Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐒, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of exactly 10:30 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum $100,435, down about 0.02% so far. On this Saturday morning so far, across the spectrum, on the media front and also on the technical front, we are basically flat. We're not really doing much. We're still digesting, obviously, with respect to this volatile week, right? Just to take a look at it on a chronological order, right? We have had the 13th, which is the CPI report, which was obviously negative. The 14th, which was the PPI report, which was moderately decent, I guess, but obviously mitigating, a bit on the CPI front, but still negative. On the 15th, obviously, is the Ethereum merge, which I think at one point dropped about 10.5% for Ethereum, reaching from 1750, which was the level of support, breaking to the next level of support of 1450. And then obviously yesterday we had that negative news around FedEx onto shaving their outlook going forward, right? So with a hindrance of the logistics supply chain front, not just domestically but globally, it's an ominous foreshadow that there's going to be a slowdown on the circulatory system of the world, if you may, right? Which is logistics, right? So right now, what's going on, right? Are we done completely? Are we at the end of the sell-off, or are we going to see more volatility coming? So unfortunately, we do have some more volatility coming, because on the 20th and 21st is going to be obviously the FOMC meeting from the Fed, but also Jerome Powell, not Jerome Powell, Joe Biden. He's also going to be giving a speech, which potentially be publicized and broadcast from the United Nations in New York, because I am going to an event. And if you look at the news, there has been some verbiage around Joe Biden giving a speech on environmental sustainability, some sort of like an ESG effort. So I'm not sure about like what he's going to be talking about. But if there's anything specific, pointing towards like crypto, which, the Feds have been working on the crypto infrastructure, and the news have kind of foreshadowed recently as well, talking about his initiatives on the regulatory front, we might be seeing some more volatility. Because, ultimately, whenever we see any or hear any regulatory related news, it always serves as like some sort of a headwind for us, right? So without wasting more time, let's just look at technical, because ultimately these are out of our control, right? These are macro psychology. But if we have a good pulse on how it's looking like based on triangulating with the technical, we should have a good feel and a good grab on what's going to be progressing going forward. So with respect to recording time of 10:33 a.m. on Eastern Time, we are again, right, at 1400, right? We broke 1450 clearly, right? We opened below it. We are below it. So, and at the same time right now, what was the prior resistance level, which was somewhere around here. So we are exactly at the resistance level. So right now, it looks like we're trying to plateau based on the 37 out of 70. But if we break the level, like let's say, right, we have had this like triple bottom, like 1, 2, 3, even I would say 4 actually. So this is quite substantive. But if we break this, we're gonna head down to 1250. So what's the likelihood of doing so, right? Knowing the fact that this is still technically a head, a shoulder, and shoulder, I would say it's quite likely actually. So be careful as we approach the next Tuesday and Wednesday, which is going to be another volatile one. Obviously, the FOMC meeting, if we're going to raise the rates to 75 basis point again, or even higher or lower, I don't know which way we're going to go. But based on the ominous feels and the foreshadows I've been getting so far, I think we are going to still need to tweak the needle upward. So 75 basis point might be another case. And if that's the case, obviously, we're going to be aligned with expectations. So we might see some short-term upswing, which I wouldn't be surprised, which is typically like how it works with the FOMC meeting, right? We see the slight pump and then sell off as you get further and further out. So we might be seeing like I don't know, sell the rumor, buy the news, or buy the or the other way around, buy the rumor, sell the news, or I don't know. It could be switch swap. So you just have to watch like what's the needle looking like on Monday, right? And then on a weekly, you could see that clearly we are still bearish, right? Need to cross down and cross up, double head. Monthly, it looks bullish, but obviously it's months out from here, right? And then lastly, for Bitcoin, you could see that quite dramatic, on the monthly, but still looking for some plateau. You could see that on the R side. On a weekly, you are looking for a leap down, so you will see some like short-term volatility to come back down. Also on a daily right now, you could see we need to kind of cross down and then cross up, right? So ideally we need to cross down and then cross up, because we still have to form a depth cross, which we have not, unfortunately. So seeing lower levels again as we approach like the FOMC meeting, like this 18,500, 17,500 is, yeah, it could be doable, So hopefully this is helpful. Really appreciate you for joining me again on this Saturday. Hope you guys have a good one. I feel like the fall season, the autumn, if you may, which I typically used to say autumn, but I realized that people in America say fall, as the time of the season. It's definitely here. Like I'm getting cold, and I don't even need to like turn on the AC anymore, which I felt like I did like 2 weeks ago, when it was hot, right? So summer's definitely over, fall is definitely coming, time is definitely flying as well. Next thing you know, we're gonna be in December again, or in Christmas time. But appreciate you, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.